you out of all countries and will bring you into your own land. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you an heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes. And ye shall keep my judgments and do them. And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers. And ye shall be my people, and I will be your God. I will also save you from all your uncleannesses, and I will call for the corn, and will increase it, and lay no famine upon you. And I will multiply the fruit of the tree, and the increase of the field, that ye shall receive no more reproach of famine among the heathen. Thus saith the Lord God, in the day that I shall have cleansed you from all your iniquities, I will also cause you to dwell in the cities, and the wastes shall be builded, and the desolate land shall be tilled, whereas it lay desolate in the sight of all that passed by. And they shall say, this land that was desolate is become like the Garden of Eden, and the waste and desolate and ruined cities are become fenced and are inhabited. Then the heathen that are left round about you shall know that I, the Lord, build the ruined places, and plant that was desolate. I, the Lord, have spoken it, and I will do it. Thus saith the Lord God, I will yet for this be inquired of by the house of Israel, to do it for them. I will increase them with men like a flock, as the holy flock, as the flock of Jerusalem in her solemn feasts. So shall the waste cities be filled with flocks of men, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflicts thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out. And I will give them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame.
Rawchaa, Yahawashi, Rawchaa, Yahawah, Rawchaa, Yahawah, Rawchaa, Yahawashi.
Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praise to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi, Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who led me to this truth and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we part of that number. Lord willing, us be edifying those who fear in the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5. It is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5 verse 42. The water for all who are tuning in. Bahasham, Atham. Whoever come on the comment board thereafter. And we're going to deal with a couple topics. The Lord put the spirit on me before I got to go to the plantation. Trying to make this pretty quick. I had some other affairs I had to take care of. And, I'm getting here, a little bit later as usual. So we're going to go in Canada. 1,000 emergency rooms closed in record year. Also executive order in Cali for AI and then other various end time topics. So let me get over here. Fix that. Alright. So Lord witness edifying to the flock. We're gonna go ahead and get into this. Try to make this quick, and we're gonna watch this little video. Lord willing, to play. It says urgent warning as Canada hospitals play Russian roulette. Over 1,000 emergency rooms closed in a record year. So I'm gonna put in some precepts concerning this, and also something else that I want to point out concerning Canada. Okay. Lock here for the infomercial.
Total battle. Play now for free.
Not letting me skip it.
Closed emergency rooms, reduced hours, and everlasting wait times, the obvious indicators of a struggling healthcare system in Ontario.
The stress is everywhere, and unfortunately, it hasn't gotten any better. In fact, we haven't even stopped seeing it stop getting worse.
But the issues aren't limited to the hospital walls. Finding a family doctor might be considered winning the lottery.
Alright, so it's a short video, but it's showing that, they're not being able to get any help. Okay, because we know that Canada has free health care. Alright. And now one thing you want to understand about Canada is when you look it up, who owns Canada, right? Who owns all the land of Canada? It says, so who owns Canada? The land of Canada is solely owned by Queen Elizabeth II, who is also the head of state. Only 9.7% of the total land is privately owned, while the rest is crown land. The land is administered on behalf of the crown by various agencies or departments of the government of Canada. Alright, so most of this is owned by who? Great Britain, right? So what did they talk about Great Britain? What's that? That's the mother of America, Babylon the Great. All these other nations helped Great Britain establish this place, okay? So we're going to go into Jeremiah. Okay, and this is part of the reason why they're going to hate America, Babylon the Great, all right? Because they were counting on America, Babylon the Great to help them with these kind of situations. But since America, Babylon the Great is in turmoil concerning their profits, so is Great Britain, all right? So we're going to get over here and read this. This is something that, I like to pull up many times, because this is a prophecy that is coming into play. So Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 11, because you were glad, because you rejoiced, O you destroyers of mine heritage, right? They destroy our heritage. Okay? When they talk about religion and whatnot, well, this is more than just a religion to us. This is our heritage. Because ye are grown fat as heifers at grass, got all that stuff they got, and bellow as bulls. Your mother shall be sore confounded. Who that? That's talking about America, Babylon the Great. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. All right. So they're going to lay this place desolate because of the plagues that they're receiving, and the plagues that everyone else is receiving because of what they have done to Israel. And they know this. They know what they've done to Israel. Okay, and they know what the Bible says. They took it and changed it. And to make a lie, you must understand the truth. Okay, so they know at least the prophecies that the elect are going to come back and they're going to destroy this place for what they have done to the children of Israel, man. Okay, and that's why they're going to hate America, Babylon the Great, because they're the forefront of it. They have most of the Israelites. So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 5 verse 1. Nevertheless, as the coming tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden. What's that talking about? Also the famine of the word, man. It's going to be hidden. It's already being hidden from a group of our people now. And the land shall be barren of faith, man. This is what's going to happen, man. The only people going to have the faith is the elect. Lord, when we part of that number, verse 2, but iniquity which sin upon sin shall be increased above that which now thou seest. So it's about to get worse than this. Just like that guy was saying in the video, it's been getting worse. It ain't been getting better. So these are the things that we know are coming because we're seeing it already. And you got these heathens that are explaining this shit ain't getting no better. Or thou hast heard long ago. See? And what's long ago? Since the dawn of time, man. Since the dawn of time and the time we were able to understand these precepts, we knew that these things are going to happen. Inequity was going to increase until everything was destroyed. This is Luke chapter 18, verse 7. And it reads, in Yahawashi speaking, it says, and shall not the Most High, which is Yahawah, avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them, right? Right? He's been bearing, he's been patient to redeem them. Just like the elders and apostles. Elder Apostle Ramlov was doing a breakdown on Revelation chapter 12 about the child being born, okay, which is Israel. Okay, it talks about Yahawashi being born, but it talks about that birth, that salvation for Israel, okay? Talking about those birth pains, right? That's talking about avenging the elect. Verse 8, I will tell you that he will avenge them speedily, right? So it's going to be quicker than what everybody thinks. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? And he will, because it'll be the hopeful elect. And Lord willing, we remain part of those hopeful elect, men and women and children who stepped off into becoming the elect. That's what we hope to be. We hope to be the elect. So we're putting on that image to the best of our abilities. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 28. Hold on. Something happened. There you go. 2nd Esdras chapter 16 verse 28. And this is what it's coming down to, okay? But first it's going to be in steps. You're going to see a lot of destruction and pandemonium in different areas. And it might even reach your area, for a time. So you got to be ready. 2nd Esdras chapter 16 verse 28. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves, in the clefts of the rocks. See, there ain't gonna be that many people left, man. As in an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olive, man. See, that's how we ain't gonna have a lot to eat, man. So you're gonna have faith that the Lord guides you and guides your steps to survive this time. And all of our spiritual mindset will be heightened at that time. So we're going to have a more understanding because why? Because the spirit world is going to be connected with the physical world. And we're going to be able to see things that other people can't see. Why? Because we see things that other people don't see now. So that's how we know if we endure and go through these physical trials, to test our spirit to see if we are ready for Jacob's trouble. Because that's what he's doing right now. He's testing us and putting us through certain physical things to say, well, you're going to act fleshly, you're going to act carnally. And we ain't going to win every battle. But we know this is what it is. We know that the Lord's testing us and it's purging those impurities out of us. So as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. See, it's going to be some people looking for food, man. Even so, in those days, there should be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. So they're also going to be people, acting carnally because they're not in the spirit. They're going to be searching to kill people for the food, man. So we got to have Yahawashi to keep us out of the way of those type of people, man. Because we're not going to be acting carnally in that time. Okay? Especially if you get powers. If you get powers, you can literally just, somebody try to shoot you and it just bounce off. Hey, that don't mean you got to kill them. You can just let them go. And Lord judge their ass with a damn big ass bear or something. Just because you got superpowers, you get superpowers from the Lord and powers from the Lord doesn't mean you just kill whatever you see. You know, that's gonna be the point where we want to put mercy on some things, because that's what the Lord did. Okay, and let Him have vengeance, and that's really gonna be the ultimate test, man. Okay, so Newsom signs and that's if we go that number, Lord willing. So Newsom signs executive order preparing California for AI. Okay, so I don't want to get too much into it, but we'll just read the first paragraph. It says California Governor Gavin Newsom signed an executive order to study the development, use and risk of the generative artificial intelligence, one of the most significant steps taken by a state potentially regulate the rapidly growing technology. Now, we know that there's videos that Great Millstone has shown us of these Edomites talking about they have a gigantic satanic AI army that's already underground right now. Okay, but they can't put those people out there. They can't put those demons, those AI altered super soldiers out until it's time. Okay, when the Lord says go. But this is what we're gonna read about them in the scriptures. And you know, in World War II, there was a time where this was explained as something else. You know, things concerning during that war. But now we're gonna relate it to what is actually talking about right now, because it says what happened once shall happen again. So we know that this is a prophecy that is going to play out again. Okay, now I want to get to the point. It talks about the fifth angel and the bottomless pit and all that, but we don't want to get to that right now. We want to get to the point. Okay. Okay, so we can just start right here, verse 4. Let's start 3. Because this is talking about them AI robots, man. Okay, this time. Revelation chapter 9, verse 3, and they came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power. Right? This is talking about them AI, man. Verse 4, and it was commanded then that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of Yahawah, Bahasham, and Yahawashi on their foreheads. That's what we keep telling these women. You better be in possession of the Lord, okay? Or these motherfuckers is going to torture your ass. Okay? You want to be in possession of a man of the Lord. Verse 5, and to them, and also to the children, and to them it was given that they should not kill them. And right, how's the children be in possession of the Lord? If their mother's in possession by one of those men of the Lord. See what I'm saying? And to them it was given that they should not kill them. See, they ain't gonna go around killing people, but they should be tormented for 5 months. So everybody that got the MARK, that Karagna, they're gonna get boils, and they also gonna have these damn robots. They're gonna change, they're gonna turn, man. The Lord is gonna program these motherfuckers to torture, okay, the ones who have this mark, man. He's gonna do that for 5 months, and their torment was as the torment of a scorpion when he striketh the man. That's what the Lord's gonna do, man. He gonna make these motherfuckers malfunction. They gonna be torturing the fuck out of motherfuckers. It's gonna be an AI Esau Edom robot, man. Okay, verse 6. And in those days shall men seek death and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them, man. All right, this ain't gonna be no game. And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle, and on their heads were as the crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men. See, they're at the faces of men. It's going to be some AI robots that look like Esau Edom damn near, and they're going to be torturing people, man. This shit's not going to be a game, okay? And that's what's going to happen to these people who take this MARK, man. This Karagma, man. That stuff's going to happen to them, too. And they had the hair as the hair of a woman, and the teeth were as the teeth of lions. Right? Verse 9, and they had breastplates as it were breastplates of iron, and the sound of their wings was the sound of chariots and many horses running into battle. And that's what they're talking about, that force of demonic ass AI robots, man. And they're going to be torturing people all over the earth, man. All right? They're going to turn on their creators, which is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, but it's ultimately going to be from Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. That's what we tell you. You need to have fear of the Lord, man. All right? Because this is what's going to happen to these people who take this shit. And they're already preparing for what? People to get used to seeing these motherfuckers going around and shit. Okay? And that's not going to be the only thing that's hurting people, but those are something very specific that the Lord has designed, okay, to torture those who take that Karagma, man. So we got right here, it says Mexico set for female president in 2024 election. Right? So we know this is something that we've dealt with before, but we're going to deal with it. They say that basically, it says Mexico will most certainly have its first female president in 2024 after the governing Morena party and opposition coalition both choose women as their candidates. So one of these women are going to be president. Okay? But this is something that was put in the precepts a long time ago, before we came way over here. This is in the Old Testament that was talking about this. Okay, and it's being fulfilled right now. Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 22. Okay, and it's something that regularly happens. It says, Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 22, how long wilt thou go about, O backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. And that's how it is. A lot of people are worshiping the Queen of Heaven. They're worshiping these women. They want them to be in order or be in a position of control and a position of being able to order people around. And that is out of order, man. And I'm telling you, this is just showing you that the end is near, man. Very near. So while that's going on, we got Russia strikes very close to Romanian border. So they're striking close to the Romanian border, right? And it says on September 6th, which is yesterday, on the Shabbat, basically, and we got another Shabbat coming on the 15th. We got the new moon. So Russian airstrikes took place less than 1 kilometer from Romania's border with Ukraine on Tuesday. Romanian President Klaus Iohannis said an intense attacks on the Ukrainian port of Izmail. Azonians were speaking the day after Kyiv and said Russian drones had detonated on Romanian territory, a claim Bacharach denied. We had attacks just yesterday. The Minister of Defense told me that they were verified 800 meters from our border. So very, very close. Okay? And you know, that's how these Edomites are. They want to just find one reason to do some shit. Okay? So we're going to just pull up some precepts. You know, show that tensions are rising around the earth. Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. See, we see these things happening, but the Quran hasn't been issued. We still able to teach the word on the highways and byways. So we know that these things got to happen first, man. Okay, before this stuff go all the way fully down. That's why I said the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And we're going to deal with a lot of that coming up soon. So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 8. And it reads, there's a time, it says a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. And that's where we at right now. We in a time of war. And the time of peace is coming after all this stuff is through, man. Okay, so that's how we know what time we is. We can discern that we're close because of the time where we're seeing what? Wars and rumors of wars. We're seeing a lot of stuff happening in the earth, man. Okay, and not let alone that, there's famines and pestilences and all other types of things. Destruction, animals attacking people more frequently, especially Esau Edom, man. Okay, so Matthew chapter 26, verse 53. Thinkest thou that I have not, thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, which is talking about, Yahawashi is talking about the Father. He's speaking, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels, which is 70,000 angels. So the Lord could have came and jacked them up, but that would upset prophecy, man. So that's how we know. This is why we have to wait, and we have to be patient for this prophecies to play out. But once these prophecies play out, that's it. This is Psalms chapter 144, verse 1. And it reads, Blessed be the Lord, Yahawah, my strength, which teaches my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Okay, see, what we do, we get these lessons ready. We do all that kind of stuff in the spirit, man. We fight in the spirit. That's what we fighting against them in the spirit, not the flesh. You know, we're trying to separate from the flesh as much as possible. My goodness and my fortress, my high tower and my deliverer. my shield, in whom I trust, who subdueth my people under me. Right? And that's what the Lord's doing, man. He's subduing all nations right now through these famines and these pestilences, man. He's breaking them down piece by piece. But he's going to do it in his time, okay? Because this is what he ordained to happen since the dawn of time. Daniel chapter 7, verse 10. Matthew chapter 7, verse 34. Think that I am not come to send peace on the earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword, okay? The Lord is coming to send a sword on the earth, man. And that sword was given to who? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. That's why they say sometimes, they say Esau, Edom is controlling the weather. We've seen things where he can control the weather. He's showing it on the news. He can control the weather. So even if Esau, Edom is doing something, we know that it's from the Lord. Because why? Because he blessed him with the sword. And he's commanding him to do what? Attack certain people that he wants him to attack. He said that he would scatter us across the four corners of the earth and he would send a sword after us. I'll pull that up real quick because I got just a little bit more time. It's Deuteronomy 4:27. Give me a second. Hold on. It's Leviticus chapter 26, verse 33. And it reads, and I will scatter you out, scatter you among the heathen, and will draw out a sword after you, and your land shall be desolate and your cities waste. That's why we in this position now. Because he scattered us and he sent the sword after us, man. Okay? This is all part of prophecy. Now we see right here, it says, La Serena, Chile evacuates as 6.2 earthquake occurs in the Gulf. And Tanongai or something. So you say that, right? So we see there's stuff going on there. Earthquake. Then we got another one. Historic downpour halts Atham. Flood disaster grips Greece. So we're going to watch a little bit of this. Look at that, man. Getting jacked up over there, man. Ain't no game, man.
For passengers.
Ότι σταμάτησε, αλλά πλημμυρίσαν όλα, γίνεις πουτάνας.
I sat, and the line of honesty, he looks like a ripper.
They threw over there, man.
Traffic restricted due to bad.
Jeez. Hey, man. It's like that throughout all Athens, man. Okay? That was 18 hours ago. Then we're going to come over here in Bulgaria. It's southern coast. What they got going on? Same shit. Flooded out, man.
Southern Bulgaria.
Through.
Submerging roads in Sarajevo.
Through, man.
According to reports on the 5th of September.
Through.
Earlier, the Meteorological Department issued a code orange warning for dangerous weather on the 5th of September for the southern coastal district of Burgas as heavy rains and winds were expected, but dangerous weather for several other districts. A lower code yellow warning was issued due to the possibility of Bulgarian state television reported that the city of state radio reported that not only
through. We got over here there's a 6.2 magnitude in Chile. Okay, so we got a couple earthquakes, couple more floods. We've been talking about them a whole lot. Okay, throughout these last week or so. So Amos chapter 3 verse 6. And it reads, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? See, we know Yahawashi is the cause of these calamities. Okay, he is amending the elect. Verse 7, surely the Lord's power, Yahawashi, will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So it's a secret that we know these things. Okay, and he's got his angels blocking off some people from even believing this stuff. Okay, even if we show them. Okay, so 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 16. You can show it to break it down to a certain person, but the angel, it'd be an angel blocking them from the truth, man. It's the 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 16. Like it's an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward. Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again, man. Okay. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? And that was showing Ezra's is around here somewhere. Okay? Hoping Yahawashi delivers him. Okay? Which proves there's reincarnation. Habakkuk chapter 1 verse 5. It says, behold ye among the heathen. Who's that? The Israelites. And regard and wonder marvelously, for I will work in your days what ye will not believe, though it be told you. And 2/3 of our people can't believe, man. They not going to believe, man. And some of us, when we see stuff, we like, dang, man, that's really happening. And we believe it. But it's just like, it's just very astonishing to be here at this time, man. It's a beautiful thing to be the people of the Lord that he chose to do this in our generation, in our time, man. It's a blessing to be here, even though we are going through afflictions that seem grievous. But it's yielding forth that peaceable fruit so we can receive our inheritance, man. Amos chapter 3 verse 9, published in the places of Ashdod and in the places in the land of Egypt, right? Where we at? We in the spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Revelation chapter 11 verse 8. So that's what we're doing. We're publishing it. We're putting it on the unicorn. And say, assemble yourselves upon the mountains of Samaria, and behold the great tumults. What's that? All the troubles and shit in the midst thereof, and the oppressed in the midst thereof. And I'm telling you right now, you go back and look up them people, hey, they over there flying around in that water, man. They sure look oppressed. And we're oppressed too. Why? Because we're living on Esau and Edom every day, and we have to go to the plantation. Like, I got to leave, like, right now. So, shalom to the elect of Israel. To the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give our praise to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi, Barak, Yahawah, Yahawashi. Got to give our praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, and Qadash. I want to give double honors to those and apostles, a great millstone led me to this truth, and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the election, to the hopeful elect. Lord, when we part of that number, Lord, when is beatifying to those who fear the name of the Lord and are striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5. It is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9. And it's unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5 verse 42. Wah abal. The water for tuning in. Kwam Yasharala. Lord willing, we'll be out of here soon. Lord willing, we can exalt the name of Yahawashi yet another day. And may the blessing of the election be over your households. And anybody, who, you're hoping to have the faith that they will come out into this truth and be saved or have mercy because of your due diligence. So, shalom.